Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your favorite couple, K and Dex, and I know by now you know we are expecting our first child. Yes, and in this video is going to be an update on my first trimester symptoms. It was easy because of God. That's what I should say, because in everything we have to give praise and thanks to God. Can you give it up for me? I'm still your cutest mom to be. Let's just get right into the video. But before I do that, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've written everything down. I love to document things, so I have everything in my book. So if you see me looking down, it's nothing. I'm just trying to get the points to you. Let's just get right into it. So you know that pregnancy is counted by weeks and months. So from the first day of your last menstrual cycle, last menses, is the beginning. If you take seed, is the beginning of your pregnancy. So you might not know that you are pregnant, because after your menses, that's when, like, the first day of the menses is the beginning, so to the end. You rather notice when you're supposed to get the next menses, and you don't see, even though it's different with people. Others are able to determine as soon as they take seed, others too do not. So for the first 1 month or 4 weeks, to me, I think you would not necessarily put your mind to it that you're pregnant, unless of course you're expecting, like, you're actually putting your mind to it that you want to get pregnant. So I'll just start from the 5th week, the symptom from the 5th week. So for the 5th week, I had swollen fingers. My fingers were looking like something, like they were looking so big, and it was kind of painful, just a little, not too much, but it was kind of painful. And then I was having this severe pain in my belly. So every time when I eat, I'll complain to my husband that, oh, I'm having this stomach pain and all of that. So that was another symptom I saw in the 5th week. And then I had no appetite for some reason. Like, I'm not a food person, I don't really eat much, but my appetite I have. But for some reason I had no appetite for any food. I wasn't able to eat anything. Like, when even I crave for something, I end up not eating much. Like, I take just a little of it. And then fatigue, it was serious. And then I was feeling kind of dizzy. So I don't know if you remember, there's this video we shot. I collapsed on my husband right about that time. I think around that area, that time I had taken seed. So every little thing I feel dizzy and all of that. So that day I wasn't joking in the video, I was actually feeling dizzy, but I didn't collapse. Yeah, that's it. And then I was having cramps, severe cramps, abdominal cramps. I think they call that implantation cramps or something. Yeah, that is when the is the embryo or what, I don't really know the name, is implanted in the womb and all of that. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's painful for everyone, but I was having the pain, and that's it. So to the next week, that's the 6th week. Now my breasts were so tender that I couldn't even put on bra. Like, when I put on bra, I feel the pain. Like, I feel the pain, like the pain. It was so painful. And then I started eating too much. Like, when I eat right now, the next minute I want to eat again because I'm feeling hungry. The next minute I want to eat again because I'm like, the food is just leaving me literally. I don't know who is eating the food with me, but when I eat right now, I feel like I'm hungry again and I need to eat something. Then I started having waist pain. On a regular, I'm someone that when I'm menstruating, I have severe abdominal pain and waist pain. So when I was having the waist pain, now I wasn't surprised, because it's actually something that has been happening to me. So even though the pain was severe, my menstrual pain is quite severe than that, so it wasn't really a big deal. And then there was this metallic taste in my mouth. I don't know if you've also had this feeling before. Let us know in the comment section. there was this metallic feeling in my mouth, like everything you take tastes like metal, like that kind of feeling. I don't know if you get it. And then after the metallic taste, I started feeling bitterness in my mouth. So now I couldn't take water. Like when I take water, it's kind of bitter. So I started taking water Guinness. So you see me taking water Guinness like 3 bottles, like every time I'm taking water Guinness, because I couldn't take water. And then at night, I'll have severe muscle pull, to the extent that I can scream in my sleep for my husband to wake up, because the pain will be so severe, like severe muscle pull. And then peeing frequently, there, it was my hobby. I don't like, normally when I go out, I don't pee. I pee in the, like when I pee at home and I step out of the house, I don't pee. I only pee when I feel the place is neat, I feel the place is okay and wouldn't give me any infection. That one I'll pee. But if I don't really trust the environment, I don't pee till I come back home. And this person is pregnant and is peeing frequently. You won't believe it. Just last week I went to Accra, and this frequent urination, it was so severe that I had to go to, you know how Accra is, I had to go and pay money to go and pee. You can imagine what I saw. But I really wanted to pee. When I went to the pee, didn't complain to you little, but I wanted to pee, so I had to go and pee. So the frequent peeing in there, sometimes I can be in the washroom and like I won't get up, because as soon as I pee, I get up and the baby gets off the bladder, I want to pee again, I sit. So I remember one night, I in like 10 minutes I'd pee like 30 and I almost cried. My husband was like, this is serious. Like I almost cried because I couldn't sleep. I was just on the toilet, just peeing. As soon as I pee, when I get up, pee comes again, I sit like that. Yeah. And then I was feeling sleepy most of the time. Like even right now that I'm talking, I'm feeling sleepy. I really want to sleep, but I have to do this video because I have been doing this video with my mouth. Right now I have just about 3-4 days to finish with my second trimester. I'm now doing this video. I'm not going to show you how the bump looks like because I have a belly transformation video for you all. Yeah, so I feel sleepy most of the time. And then sense of smell, see, this designer is called a Paco Rabanne or something. It's a perfume. That's what my husband uses. This perfume was just, the smell was just something else to me. As soon as I got pregnant, whenever I use this, I'll just complain. Now we're using Ole. I had to stop using the cream to go and use another cream because now I couldn't like smell. It was just bad. Sometimes we'll prepare a meal and then the smell would just put me off and all of that. Charlie. But it's all good. It's all good. It's worth it. I always say that if I'm supposed to get pregnant again, I know by the grace of God it will happen. I will never say that because of the things we go through, I don't want to have a child again. I would want to have and have and have and have and have. It's an amazing thing. I'm praying that God does it for everyone. So the next thing is I became emotional. Every little thing you find me crying. Oh. I became a little girl. I'll just be crying about every little thing. Sometimes if even I want to eat abuchi meat and I don't get, I cry. Sometimes when I'm eating and I feel that I'm not able to eat as I'm supposed to, I cry. When someone offends me, I cry. In fact, little things that are not even offensive, I just cry. So I kept crying and crying and crying. To the extent I even cried at work. I'm not a little girl, but Charlie. So let's move to the 7th week. You know, there's this book I'll put somewhere. It's called The Supernatural Childbirth or something. As soon as I read the book, it gave me, you know, I've been praying to God that He should let me have like a smooth pregnancy without this spitting, vomiting, and you know, feeling sick and all of that. Like I prayed to God and God answered. But at a point, I became weak. Like sometimes I'll go through little pain and I'm like, hey, chala, there is serious. So like pregnancy is not easy. Those things shouldn't be coming out of your mouth because it's easy. We are supposed to be giving birth like a Hebrew woman. You get it? So childbirth should be supernatural. It shouldn't be painful. So when I got the book, now, like the time I got the book, I realized that the symptom now I was feeling, it started reducing. But I've not gotten to that side yet. That will be in the next video. So let's just move on. So in the 7th week, I started having chest pain. Hey, when I take water, it will burn my chest. When I eat wache, it will burn my chest. When I take fruit, whatever I take, I get chest pain. It was just too serious. And then the waist pain and abdominal pain was still there. My bitter mouth was still there. The tastelessness. Sometimes I could eat and ask, is this food nice? Like, sometimes I prepare meal at home and my husband's like, hey, this meal there is good. Like me, I can't hear anything. I can't taste it. Like, it's tasting normal. Like, minty taste. Basically it. And then frequent urination, I've already said it. And then I started having headache. God, my head could bash. I remember it bashed for 3 days continuous, and I felt like my head was just splitting into two. But it was all part of the symptoms. And then the fatigue continued. Then I noticed something serious. I was in the bedroom one time and my husband was washing the car outside. All I felt was a rash, like spotting. I got up. I'm like, Jesus, blood. Is it that I've lost my baby? I can't lose this baby. This baby has a future and is supposed to fulfill it. This baby is here to impact generations, so I can't lose it. So I just screamed my husband's name. When he came, I told him that I've seen blood. He said, babe, this is nothing. It's normal. It's called spotting. It's normal. I said, no, let's go to the hospital. He said, babe, it's normal. He came that day. It didn't come again. Another time, I think the following week, it came once and I didn't see it again. And then when I read about it, I realized that, Charlie, it was normal. Please be reading, and when you get pregnant, make sure you research so that there are some things that will happen when you see. You don't actually, you don't get scared or something. You get it? Or that can even make you lose the baby. So when you know, when you're in the known, you know what is happening. That one, when it happens, you know that, Charlie, is normal. Sorry, I need to tilt this a little. I think there's so much light there. Hope it's much better. Let's just continue. Okay, so there was the spotting, and then I started feeling like I started trashing like a lot. Even in the 6th week, I was trashing, but it became so severe in the 7th week, and it has continued to even now. Right now, I'm sitting here, still I trash a lot, and then the emotional bit was still there. Hey, I started gassing, keep fatting here and there, and then belching. I kept doing that often. Then during the 8th week, I don't know if I should call it morning sickness, but in the morning I feel like I might throw up. Maybe I should throw up. Maybe I should put my hand inside and then let it come because I'm feeling some way. So there was morning sickness. Food aversion increased. Like now, the things I love rice meal. But Charlie, I couldn't eat rice, especially if it is like rich, prepared well. Now I start eating from the roadside, just fast food. The fast food, they don't really prepare it well, so I'm able to eat. But if you prepare correct meal, I can't eat. So the food aversion increased, fatigue, headache, cramps. That's for the 8th week. Now moving on to the 9th week, I kept peeing, the frequent urination there, and then I was feeling nausea, the tender breast. It kept on becoming severe and severe, and then I started having mood swings. Like sometimes I don't really have energy to be talking plenty. I don't really have time to be playing. Like sometimes I'm just quiet. It's not my fault. I'm just quiet sometimes. And then sense of smell, as I said, is still heightened. And then I started eating well during the 9th week. I don't know what happened. I ate that week. The way I ate every little thing, I want to eat every food. I want to eat some, like just like that. And then the cramps reduced. As I said, the aversion for rice and food aversion. I just couldn't eat rice meal again. And then my fingers became big again. It got swollen again during the last day of the 9th week. But through it all, my sexual drive has been normal. Like, it's not like I don't want to do it or I want to do it. Like, I'm okay. If you want to do it, we'll do it. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. Anyway. And the Yeah, so moving on to the 10th week, abdominal pain came back. Then again, the frequent urination. I'm sure I should even stop saying it, because from that time till now, I keep peeing and peeing and peeing. I can pee like 1,000 times in a day. I just don't know. And then I started feeling some sharp pain in my right wrist. The pain can be severe that I have to scream. Like scream. It was quite serious. And then I lost blood. When I went to the hospital, they told me that, oh, my lady, you're losing blood, so you have to, like, you're getting anemia. It's a moderate one though. So we had to start taking blood tonic, turkey berry, and all of that, just to get blood, because you know blood is very important in pregnancy. So that was it. And then the headache came back, the heartburns came back, and that was it for the 10th week. So we have 2 more weeks to end the first trying. So in the 11th week, there was this running stomach. Every day I'll just be running. Like every day I'm having running tummy. Every day I'm having running tummy. And then the fingers, the swollen fingers came back. Abdominal pains or cramps came back. Now my breast couldn't fit into my bra. Had to change them. I got bigger and tender breasts. Yes. And then at night, no matter what I eat at night, I'll go hungry again. I have to get something to eat. So hunger at night. Then coming to the end of the first trying, abdominal pain came again, swelling fingers again, frequent urination. Then after the running stomach in the 11th week, I constipated in the 12th week. The fatigue, and I was a sleepy head, as I said earlier. I'll just, when I go to the office, Charlie, most of the time I'm sleeping. I can't be bothered. And then the tender breast. And then on the last day, I ate rare kwai in my mom's house. I went home at night, 1 o'clock. I started throwing up. I think my baby doesn't like rare kwai. So that was the only time in the first trimester that I threw up. And then the trashing also continued. So that's it. That was my symptom for the first trimester. But don't forget that we are all different. We all have different bodies. We all have different systems. So what will happen to me in my first trimester might not happen to you in yours. So just know yourself. Study what you don't like. Don't upset yourself. In fact, things that will make you upset, run away from them. And then everything will be fine. Keep going with us, even as we are expecting a newborn. Thank you so much. So if you've been able to watch this far, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. So until the next video, adios.